What if we told you that failure, often painted as the enemy of success, is actually its most trustworthy ally? A paradoxical statement, isn't it? But let's unpack this. You see, failure and success are not at opposite ends of the spectrum as we often believe. Instead, they are interconnected, each feeding into the other, creating a cycle of continuous learning and growth. Failure is the crucible where success is forged. It's where we learn the most valuable lessons, not just in theory, but in the raw, gritty reality of life. Consider this: the concept of failing forward. It's the idea that each setback, each stumble, each no, is not a roadblock, but rather a stepping stone that propels us towards our goals. It's a catalyst for both personal and professional growth. To truly grasp this concept, let's delve into the lives of some famous personalities who have turned their failures into stepping stones for success. Ever heard of Walt Disney, Steve Jobs, or J.K. Rowling? Of course you have. But do you know what they all have in common? They all faced colossal failures before their spectacular successes. Let's take a look at their journeys. Walt Disney, the man who created a world of magic and wonder, was once fired from a newspaper because he was told he lacked creativity. Imagine that, the creator of Mickey Mouse and Disneyland, lacking creativity. But he didn't let this setback dampen his spirit. Instead, he used it as motivation to create a legacy that continues to inspire and entertain millions around the world. Then, there's Steve Jobs, the visionary behind Apple. Believe it or not, he was once ousted from his own company. The very company he co-founded showed him the door. But did he let this failure define him? No. He went on to create another successful company, Next, which was eventually bought by Apple, paving the way for his triumphant return. His failures served as stepping stones to his eventual success. And who doesn't know J.K. Rowling, the author of the beloved Harry Potter series? Before she became a household name, she faced rejection after rejection from multiple publishers. But she didn't let these rejections deter her. She persisted. And when her book was finally published, it spawned a series that has since sold over 450 million copies worldwide, making her one of the most successful authors of all time. So what does each of these stories teach us? They teach us that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone to success. They show us that it's not how many times you fall that counts, but how many times you get back up. They exemplify the power of resilience and the importance of perseverance. These are not isolated incidents, but a pattern seen in the lives of many successful individuals. So what can we learn from these stories of failure turned success? The first key takeaway is the importance of resilience. When we face failure, it's natural to feel disheartened, even devastated. But by harnessing our inner resilience, we can bounce back, stronger and more determined than before. Failure, in this light, becomes a test of our mettle, a crucible for forging our character. Next, let's talk about perseverance. The road to success is seldom smooth, and it's persistence that keeps us moving forward, even when the going gets tough. Remember, the most triumphant stories often come from those who refused to give up, who kept going despite the odds. So when failure rears its head, don't view it as a dead end. Instead, see it as a detour, a chance to reroute and refocus on your journey towards success. Adaptability is another crucial lesson we can learn from failure. It teaches us that sometimes staying rigid in our ways can lead to a dead end. It urges us to be flexible, to adjust our sails according to the winds of change. And when we learn to adapt, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and opportunities. Failure also fosters innovation. When things don't go as planned, it pushes us to think outside the box, to come up with creative solutions to our problems. It is often in these moments of adversity that the most groundbreaking ideas are born. Lastly, failure teaches us humility. It keeps us grounded, reminding us that we are human, that it's okay to make mistakes. It's a humbling experience that instills in us a sense of empathy, making us more understanding and compassionate towards others' struggles. Remember, it is not failure that defines you, but how you respond to it. So the next time you face a setback, don't run from it. Embrace it. Learn from it. Because it might just be the stepping stone you need to reach your success. In the journey of life, failure is not a stop sign, but a guidepost. It's our most reliable teacher, transforming our perspective and granting us the wisdom to navigate life's most challenging terrains. Let's embrace it, not as an enemy, but as a friend. A friend who pushes us to our limits, molds us into better versions of ourselves, and unfolds the path to success. So, remember, each failure is a stepping stone towards greatness. Subscribe for more, because you won't find me later.